all of that. Yes. Just forgive the notebook. I don't have it as memorized, but forgive it. This poem that I have came from a really low place. I was considering almost giving up being saved. It was a really low place. But God. So that's where this comes from. It's called Setup. So many people are talking, telling me to be the best that I can be, but how can I be the best me when I don't even know who me is? Yeah, I know that's not proper English, but it's like saying that the fruit comes before the tree when you tell me to be the best of something I have no idea how to be. So what if I don't know who me is, and what if I don't know what's right for me, and how can I be the best me when I can't see who me is? For years I searched for myself, getting lost in voids and calling out for help, but it seemed that no one could hear me. I got swallowed up by fear and acted out and hurt, then I knelt in the shame, defeated by a foe that I couldn't even name. I lost me, but no one knew, though they claimed they could see me. So it was getting old when people said to me, I see who you are, and sometimes I wanted to ask them, how is it possible for you to see me when I don't even know me? So what are you pretending to see? But somehow as I lashed out at them, I began to see myself, and I caught a glimmer of myself before I lost myself. I remembered slowly what it was like before I felt fake, and before I convinced myself that who I was before was just a mistake. I wondered why it was so hard to believe in a greater me and in a better me. Then I realized somewhere down the line I'd lied to myself. I'd disregarded God and followed my own path. I became unrecognizable even to myself, and that's where I lost me. So my lashing out and my refusing to allow others into the bubble I created for myself was the fear that I'd allowed to start speaking for me. Shame and guilt led to feelings of worthlessness. Worthlessness led to hurt, which led to me hurting others, and a cycle not easily broken. When I allowed lies to replace truth, and I believed that my past meant I didn't deserve a better future, I lost me. I retreated deeper into the depths, not realizing I was in a twilight zone where lies are more believable than truth. The lies I told myself had me believing I was unlovable, and they had me believing that even God himself could never love me. And the fear I latched onto pushed away others' love until the girl in the mirror no longer resembled the girl I once knew. I had effectively locked myself up and thrown away the key when I surrounded myself with a crowd of three: fear, shame, misery. But slowly people began to brave the loneliness I created for myself. They chiseled away at the shell until I had no choice but to see myself. So the next time someone told me, girl, I see who you are, and the moment fear rebelled, I felt a glimmer of truth take root, and I felt compelled to grab hold of it. I had finally gotten tired of drowning in hurt and insecurities and of allowing fear and shame to speak for me. I was tired of allowing the sea of untruths to engulf me. So for the first time in a long time, I took a fresh breath and I began to live again. From that moment, it was an uphill battle, daily having to face fear and doubts, declaring I would never go back. Because I knew what it was to drown in the deepest depths of despair, I held tight to my newfound truth and began to recognize the me I used to be. When I looked again, the girl I was no longer there. I was a woman with scars and past hurt, but strong. And I recognized that I first had to drown to appreciate the breath. And I had to be lost to cherish the light. So all that happened before, and every time I turned away from God, but he took me back, I grew up. Every mistake I made, it was a setup. a setup to help me grow up and fight through to find who I am. The fear caused me to see my insecurities, and the dark illuminated what was light in me. So when I took my last breath in the fear, I took my next breath in the truth, and I recognized me again. I then opened up my mouth and I spoke words of life to myself, and that freed me. So the moral of the story is that it takes dirt to have a foundation for growth. It takes water and rain to make malleable the hard ground where you really can't grow, and pruning so you can flourish. So don't fight the process and don't despise the gardener, because at the end of the storm, you'll be stronger. When your foundation is firm, the rain and the winds may buffet you, but they won't break you. And after the wind dies down, you'll know just who you are, because it's all a setup.